Hi, I'm Lauren Tucker and I'm a freelance dance artist based in the Northwest. I have a company called Tuck Shop Dance Theatre and I'm making a solo work for Pas de Trois on Thursday, the 18th of November. It's a triple bill and I'm very excited about it. Joseph Ray Reid, who's one of the artists in the triple bill, was also a member of 12 Degrees North when I did the first round of 12 Degrees North back in 2012. So Joe and I connected through that, so it will be great to have a reunion with some of my peers. It will be great to find out more about Sarah Bateman, and we're really happy that artists are returning to the region once more after being away. People are coming back, and that's a really exciting time because lots of people will have all of these rich experiences that they have to share. So I'm really glad to be performing alongside two incredible artists. And then myself. This is an experiment for me, Thursday. I feel like a lot more of my ideas are more fully formed. But this is a chance for me to share something new to me, a new avenue that I'm going down. I haven't performed a solo since 2015, so I'm also a little bit nervous because I've been working with lots of other amazing artists. I've worked with Felicity Goodman, and she created a sound score which informs a little bit of the narrative. So this performance is working with an Alexa, some improvisation and some kind of reliving what we've all been through in the pandemic. So that's all I can say really because it's going to unfold live with the Alexa on Thursday. There's 3 different artists making work. As a program, I think that you'll get something different from each performance. I know that my piece of work will be reflecting very much the personal, what I've been through, but also asking the audience to contribute to the experience. So the audience for me will be feeding the energy of the work and feeding what comes out of this performance. So that's quite exciting. So I think as an audience member, you should really expect the unexpected, because what's great about this is there will be choreographed pieces of work, but there will also be something that's unfolding in the evening, totally based on what the audience give. And it's not scary audience participation either, because I think some people go, oh no, what's she going to have us do? But I think for me, it's around getting the audience to reflect and to feed into the ideas around the movement, around the questions, and around what we can ask Alexa to do. So in a nutshell, I think that the audience will play a key role in the twisting of the fate of the piece. So they will decide how my solo turns out, which for me as a performer is actually quite nerve-wracking, but I think it will be a good evening where hopefully we can all have a laugh, we can get together, we can gather again, which is very special. Yeah, I'd say that it's going to be a cracking evening. One thing that I do really believe in is collective impact and working with people and resources that you have around you in a collaborative way. I've always been that way, and always really been thankful for the fact that my own journey has been supported by lots of different people and lots of organisations, and it's something that I want to continue to do. So yeah, it's been amazing really, and the progress is that hopefully we can continue to make work and to advocate that arts as a career is a sustainable one. So that's something that I'm really keen to do, and I feel very passionately about. And then digital thinking it's something that it just comes hand in hand with the way that we live, really. I think I came from a generation where YouTube, when I was in FE college, was starting to come around. And through that, I grew up on social media from around about the age of 18. And I started to become interested in digital practice from then on. My dissertation at university was all about live streaming from home into public spaces. So I've always just been this way. And at university, I worked with a phenomenal lady called Dr. Pauline Brooks. And we did telematic processes back then using Skype, working with the University of Philadelphia. So I feel like all of these experiences that I had in terms of making, in terms of meeting with people from across the world and making work with them when I was at university, has just fed into my practice from them, really. So I've always had an interest in technology, in social media, and then when I got lonely in lockdown, I created a piece of work on Zoom with my friend Nicolette, and normally we would always work in contact with each other, and we would always, we'd be in a space together, and we'd probably end up doing lifting and throwing each other around, and this was taken away from us. So we were like, how do we do this? And then we started playing with an Alexa, which brought up lots of new possibilities, and we realised that we could do lots of stuff with the audiences in terms of asking them the questions that we could ask Alexa, what could we play around with, and that's led to a few different projects, really, because Alexa has lots of things you can do with it. So Alexa will be joining me on Thursday evening whilst I try out something a little bit different. So working in residency with the Pyramid and Par Hall, I made the piece of work Neverland previously, and we had real ambitions to redevelop it and look at what Neverland could be. So I've been able to work on that as a process due to winning this residency and to bring my work into the spaces in Warrington. It's not over yet. I'm still continuing my work through participatory processes and taking the filmed version of Neverland into schools as a hybrid exhibition experience. So yes, it's been really great to develop this and look at how we are co-creating our work with young people, but also to look at new ways of bringing the digital so that young people can build their own elements within Neverland. Neverland is a performance world that we want to construct and co-create with young people so that the spaces always look different. So we've been testing some of our approaches with tech, with social media, with AR filters to capture the work through different lenses, and really encouraging young people and audiences to use social media interactively to respond to culture. So it's been amazing, and it's been something that for me means a lot. It means a lot to be able to have spaces that are open in the Northwest where we can work with young people from the region. We can share our own experiences with them around working in culture. So there's a little bit of a bigger picture around why it's so important to be here creating. I'm very passionate about developing young people through my work, but also by remaining young in our practice as professional artists, because I think what has been so refreshing is bringing these stories to life and listening and responding to young people around how maybe right now that technology has played even more of a crucial role in their lives. So we've been learning from them around what they're doing, how they're interacting with their environment, how they're interacting with spaces and where they come from, and kind of looking at that in terms of what we can build for future stuff that we make. So yeah, it's been good. Words of advice for emerging artists is just do it. And what I mean by that is, if ever you're faced with, I don't think I could do that, I don't think it's for me, I don't think that's possible, then if there is a desire in your heart that is saying that I would like to be doing that, but I've got a feeling that it's not possible, whatever that might be holding you back, I would say go for it. Especially right now, I feel like I graduated in the recession. I graduated in 2009, and we were told that there wouldn't be any jobs for us. And if you listen to those voices, it will take you longer. So I think for me, it's about following your curiosity, and asking for help and support, learning from people that have already done it from before, that you can always approach. I know that people in the Northwest are very friendly, very warm and open. So I feel like we're really lucky here, because you can knock on doors and ask people for help and support, and chances are it will be given to you. So yeah, I'd say go for it, and if you see any barriers, chances are that those barriers exist for other people, so it's probably a really good idea that you do it. There's lots of people around me that are evidence that it can be done, so they're the people that have kept me going during this time.